Chapter 8 Dreadful Wale. You've eliminated most of Duke Luca Abele's key accomplices. Talk to your allies about the Duke before departing for the Grand Palace. I should have had... Yeah, two... Hey, Firebird. Two items from the last one. So that... I believe we got that from the Silvergraph place. And this would be from Stilton's Manor. I think. So let's see, where did we leave off with the Dust District stuff? Okay, what happened? Alright, I'll just read this all the way through because yeah, we might as well. Yeah, we can... So this is from last time, so when we went to the Dust District. What happened 3 years ago? Brianna Ashworth and Delilah were infiltrating the minds of the Sisters of the Oracular Order, altering their visions and influencing their prophecies. I can't imagine what would have become of the Empire if the Abbey had fallen completely into their hands. Thousands of believers being spoon-fed a brand of religion under these same shiny overseer masks. Does Delilah dream of becoming something akin to the outsider? She's angry and twisted enough for that. I left Ashworth stripped of Delilah's magic, cut off from the energies of the void. I hope that sends a message to all the way to Dunwall. I'm coming to stop you, Delilah. It won't matter how powerful a witch you are. I also learned that Ashworth organized some of the seance for Delilah 3 years ago. I'm getting close to understanding Delilah's immortality, and for that I need to explore the abandoned manor of a certain Mind Baron, Aramis Stilton, which is where we went last time. Megan Foster. So I found out Megan Foster worked for Ashworth many years ago. I think Megan knows more than she's saying. What is she holding back? Sometimes she won't meet my eyes. Even when she smiles, she looks sad. But my gut says I need to trust her, at least for a little while longer. And lastly, can't sleep. I try not to think about my father too much. I'm worried sick. But I'm worried sick. I hope Corbo's going to be alright. I hope he can't feel the days and weeks passing, not knowing that I'm alive and coming for him 15 years ago. He was the one to rescue me. We spent our days hidden in the Hound Pits pub, and I thought I would never see Dunwall Tower again. I remember I was almost happy about it, thinking we would live a life of adventures. I think it helped me deal with my mother's death, as if it wasn't real, as if it was another life. And from the Dust District, which is where we picked up, the Dust District. The Dust District, I can't find the words to describe the misery here and the grit in the air. I've been coughing for an hour straight, and my mind feels cloudy. I got rid of Paolo, the leader of the Howlers. He brought only fear and trickery. He'll trouble the city no more, and that goes for Vice Overseer Liam Byrne as well. His intolerance, his personal ambition, could any of us live up to the expectations the Overseers demand? Whoever ends up ruling over Karnaca, it won't be a gang of cutthroats, nor will it be the Abbey. Now I need to make sure it won't be Duke Luca Abele either. And so that's what we did before going to Stilton's Manor. So when we went to the Dust District, Stilton is the Mind Baron, the one who used to work in the mines and was currently supposed to be running them, but who had disappeared essentially. And when we went to the manor, of course, there's a lock made by Jindosh and a riddle for how to solve the lock so you could get inside, which you can do. You can solve the riddle, get inside, and completely bypass the Dust District altogether, pretty much. Other than getting past the initial Grand Guard. But we ended up taking out Vice Overseer Byrne of the Abbey, and we also took out Paolo of the Heller Gang, the one who couldn't die. And we found out the reason that he, quote, couldn't die, unquote, was that he had a hand of someone who was marked by the Outsider, which I thought was really cool. So apparently somebody who was marked by the Outsider has been killed, that we just didn't know about. Makes you wonder whose hand that was, doesn't it? But anyways, we took care of both of them by basically locking them up in the Silvergraph studio. Somebody was looking for able-bodied men to work in the mines, I believe. And we said, hey, here's some able-bodied men, take them. Leaders no more they will be. So I killed Paulo the first time, and then I took him out stealthily the second. Because remember, basically the trick to Paulo is you have to kill him twice in a day to actually put him down for good. The hand would resurrect him at least once. Delilah's secret, and so this is where we went to the manor for. Today I saw the effects of the void leaking into Aramis Stilton's house through cracks in reality. Hence why the chapter was called A Crack in the Slab. I was able to see past and present simultaneously. I learned a great deal looking into the night of the Duke's gathering, 3 years past. I watched a seance that brought Delilah's spirit from the void, where she was trapped, and into this world. I saw that spirit preserved in an effigy made of bone by the witch Brianna Ashworth, and that effigy, holding Delilah's spirit, was given to Duke Abele for safekeeping. Now I know why Delilah cannot be killed. As long as she's not whole, she'll remain immortal. Even the outsiders seemed worried. This is the information I've been seeking. Now I just need to turn it into a plan. So, that to me, A Crack in the Slab is one of the coolest missions in this game because of the timepiece that the outsider gives you. So the outsider doesn't like the fact that Delilah has a connection to him. He's made that pretty vocal at this point. And so he wanted us to see the seance. And so he gave us this timepiece that would warp us back to the day where the seance occurred, at that time that it occurred, or close to it. And so we were able to navigate Stilton's manor in present day when the place is really dilapidated, but also in the past when it's the way it used to be. Because we found Stilton as soon as we went into the manor. Paulo had been getting paid, probably by the Duke, or somebody in his circle, to essentially keep Stilton alive. They were feeding him. I don't know why they were keeping him alive, to be honest, but he had apparently lost his mind during the seance. And so he didn't actually disappear. He was just locked away in his manor and nobody could get to him, which is probably why they had Jinjesh put the lock on it. So we kind of navigated the manor in both time periods until we got to, or finally went to the room where the seance occurred and saw the seance. And in the case of Stilton, what we did, which changed time considerably, is we knocked Stilton out while we were trying to get the code to the room with the seance. And by knocking him out and preventing him from going to the seance, we actually changed time. And two things have changed so far. One is that Stilton never disappeared because he never went to the seance. And two, Megan never got hurt. So she had lost her arm and her eye while she was trying to help Stilton. I don't know exactly what she was trying to do, but that's why she was missing her arm and her eye. She has them back now. So we changed time greatly, and so Stilton Manor is actually similar to the way it was in the past, but with some nice upgrades that he wanted for business purposes. So during the seance, then, as it says here, we saw the effigy, which was basically a statue of Delilah, and so that's where our next move is. When she was brought back to the void by the seance, her life was somewhat tethered to this object that they used to bring her back. And then after that, the outsider pulled us into the void and kind of explained that she ended up kind of drifting into an older part of the void where he was, and that's kind of what's giving her power. So that's where we left off. And I do believe we had a note of sorts here. Answer from Wyman. Ooh, Wyman got our letter. My Emily, your courier is only giving me a scant minutes to write back before he leaves for your secret location. I'm in tears that he won't give me the location or take me along, but I trust you. I don't know if it's fair to be this angry with you, or if I should instead cry tears of joy in knowing you're still alive. Why would you be angry at her? Dude, she was nearly killed. Like, what do you think she's going to do? She's definitely her father's daughter. It seems that Morley is on the verge of going to war against Gristal, and the rumors from Dunwall are grim and strange. Okay, I did not realize that they were about to go to war with each other. That has to do with the coup, I'm sure. We've heard about soldiers made of metal, women commanding the trees, and whales gathering in the harbor, singing their songs in reverse. I hate the whole world for being between you and me, while we should be holding hands. Please be safe, or I won't know what to do. Wyman. So apparently Delilah's causing quite the issues for the world outside of here. Now, I do believe planning this time is done up on the deck. And we're going to have a nice surprise here, actually. But let's check out the boat first.
I can't believe it's taken this long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Yes, I regret my affiliation with the young Duke, but his father and I were close. It was my hope that Luca would eventually grow up and learn that his actions as ruler of Serkonos have very real consequences.
He could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Once the Duke falls, it's my hope that we can build something better here. Something more representative and inclusive.
So that is Stilton up there. Let's see. Huh, that's new. So by preventing Stilton from losing his mind, we were actually able to get him in on the plan with us.
Empress Jessamine herself once offered me a suite at Dunwall Tower, complete with a laboratory, the finest apparatus in the Isles. I declined, of course. I'm not some conjurer from penny novels. Besides, I have a great fondness for my privacy, and my interests often find me coming and going in the odd hours of night. It's hard not to consider what might have been different had I plotted a different course from my early years. Was there something I might have said or done when Delilah was my apprentice that could have prevented all of this? On his character, a fixed star we must all follow in darkness.
Alright, what have we got on the board?
Duke Abele spared no expense on his new palace. It's tacky if you ask me.
So he's actually really close to us. So if we're looking at, remember we're usually off the coast of Addermire, about that point. And the palace looks like it's just at the edge of a little peninsula there. Alright, let's see, what do we got here?
Byrne wanted to be High Overseer. A gangster could never be trusted to run a city.
Okay. I think we've done everybody on that side.
I wonder what Aramis Stilton can accomplish now that things are different.
It's kind of interesting, the fact that Megan has no idea that what we just did for her. Nor does Stilton, for that matter. What sense are they going to make out of this, then? So how have we changed time? Because there's a whole lot of stuff there that's had to have been influenced by us doing that. I think we're good down here. You know what? I never noticed. The timepiece is gone. That's kind of interesting. I thought it just wouldn't function after that. What do we want back? Deck vision. Okay, let's head up. It's the only time they've ever had the central hatch open up. Firebird, is your connection okay? Is it? That could be my connection, actually. I'm not, if it's buffering. You sure it's on your side, Beth? If Firebird's having the same issue, then it might be me. Let me know, and I'll pause just to make sure it doesn't get totally off track. Has it been buffering for you at all, Firebird? Oh, okay. Okay. Alright, let's just assume it's Beth's connection. It happens, right? Happens to all of us.
Now we're going after the one who started it all. The Duke himself. I forgot the thrill of it. Planning drop-off points and picking the approach. Thinking about the best ways to kill somebody who lives behind high walls. But with the excitement, there's a black echo that comes back to me for what I did at Dunwall Tower. If anyone deserves killing, though, it's Duke Luca Abele. I've loved a number of women, and even a couple of men. But I've never loved anyone like my Deirdre. After I left home, those first years on the streets, she's all that kept me from the bottom of the river. I could sleep on a pile of garbage under a leaky awning as long as she was there with me. Sharing a tin of potted meat or a bottle of brandy that we nicked during the day. The Duke and his little brother came through Dunwall. And Deirdre and I got in their way as they stepped out of their fancy coach. The Duke goaded his brother, calling us wharf roaches. And it was the brother who swung the stick that killed her. Splitting her skull, there were wooden gazelles on top of the coach. And I snapped one off and drove it into his eye, as deep as it would go. Deirdre was already gone. Dead as a doornail. Lying in the muck, staring up at the gray Dunwall sky. On the run after that. I was hunted by the City Watch and even members of the Grand Guard up from Zirconos. People looked at me like I was cursed, spitting whenever I got close. Everyone knew I'd bring trouble. Even the gangs. The Duke's brother has been dead for a long time. But now's my chance to get back at Luca Abele for setting him off against pretty, young Deirdre. Nothing was the same for me after they took her away.
That's sad. I think we should be able to figure out more about Megan's past after this mission, I do believe. If you watch her, she'll sometimes have a key on the back of her coat, I believe. I think that's after we finish this mission, though, which indicates that we can learn more about her.
Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Getting inside might not be the hard part. The Duke doesn't exactly run a tight ship.
Taking down Duke Abele is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
I've got a map of the Grand Palace for you, and I know something that may be useful. There's a hidden lever in the pantry that opens a passage to the Duke's vault. If he's keeping anything precious for Delilah, I suspect that's where it'll be. Beyond that, good hunting.
I'll see what I can do. I know things in Karnaca are fragile, and I've got a lot to think about after all this is done.
All right.
hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful here near the end of my time.
This is kind of interesting. So you wouldn't learn this now if you didn't have Stilton alive.
It's not widely known, but the Duke has a body double. The man is the spitting image of Luca.
I thought he'd give us more information than that.
A likable fellow, and quite humble. I've no idea where they found him, but the Duke's double has spent years passing for the Duke. I suppose Luca always hoped his double would be there to take an assassin's bullet. Take care. I hope to see you again.
Hmm.
Huh?
Ready to visit the Duke?
Heck yeah, I am.
Let's get underway.
Chapter 8. The Grand Palace. Self-serving and corrupt, Duke Luca Abele rules Sokonos and orchestrated the coup against you. Enter the Grand Palace to find and eliminate the Duke, who protects himself from assassins with a body double. You must also locate Delilah's spirit, the only means of counteracting her immortality.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abele.
It's
Yeah, that's for
remarkable
sure.
that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept. In the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden. But when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaka's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Oh, if I ever, that made me laugh internally. that really made me laugh internally. Whoa, the Duke has a lookalike, so that's how he gets to all those places so quickly. Referring to Resident Evil Village. Yeah, that dude literally gets everywhere really fast, right? I like that one. Alright, let's hurt this out. Okay, I think we still got a ways to go before we're going to see anything of import. I do believe you can run into the folk duo again, so I might try to capture a recording of their track for anybody that's interested. Not that you can't find it anywhere online, but... So, the palace design is actually really cool, but it's very lacking for defense, if you ask me. I mean, it's very easily infiltrated. Of course, that's what they said, but he doesn't exactly run a tight ship either.
I got a friend over at the shop. Been running protection for black market shops for years here in Karnaka and over at Colorado. So there's basically no risk.
What's your friend's name?
That's a secret. These guys deal with me and nobody else. Job security.
I do believe we can get something out of that ship, but I think we want to talk to the black market shop first. So we'll make a trip back here.
toss the dice once in a while. Who doesn't?
That's the most... We'll be closest. So let's go for that one first. And we need to get to the other side to open that. Okay, Palace District. So we got the Callous Cove, which I believe is where we just passed. Ampara Plaza, I think that's over where the duo is. Carriage Stop, which gets us over to the Duke. Or could get us over to the Duke. The carriage is deactive. We could walk the rails. 4, Grand Palace, which is our target, and Ravina Boulevard 5. I believe that area is highly guarded, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be our biggest challenge. Yeah. Oh, the guy is walking over here.
Help me if you can.
Sure can,
You
buddy.
don't belong here any more than I do you? You're a good one. You know, there's a place near here, in some rocks behind a fountain. People have always left offerings there. That's where I started having those odd dreams. I don't go there anymore, but you might want to check it out.
I believe he's talking about a shrine to the outsider.
See you sometime.
Okay, there's more guards over this side. I don't remember how well guarded this side of the streets are.
There's no such permit, Captain. I know the laws in Karnaca.
Laws change. The Duke's given the Grand Guard leeway to create new fees when needed. You know who else had a nice shop? That clockmaker.
Serafina. Her shop burned down.
Yeah, my report said it was probably the Howlers. But no one knows how the fire started.
Captain, her brother died in that fire.
Sleep inside drunk from what I remember. Got until tomorrow to pay up.
Jeez. Talk about a protection racket. Where are you, guard? Must be a ways away then. Let's see. Oh, it's inside. This doesn't look like people are living here exactly. That's where I just came from, I believe. Kind of a cool little place. So Winslow's safes again. We've got quite a few places we can go to here. Is there anything worth this way? I believe that's the one that the vagrant was talking about. 71.
An entire shipment of Wale takes just gone, taken right from under their noses.
For new boots. What I get? A sock.
This wall.
One useless sock.
Mad.
How far from that seat? Anybody here? silver snuff box. Is that really necessary? Seems rather extravagant. To the impaired, man, that was a huge pair. Looks like nobody's home. Ugh. Jelly leeches. Or eels. Actually, I'd rather eat the jelly leeches. The outsider walks among us. Oh, that must be a modification of a previous one. Okay, so we're getting closer to the ruins. Where are you exactly? That's way over there. I kind of want to go to the safe place. No, I don't have the key. I could break the door. Let's see. Let's go down here. Not seeing any way in. I'll have to go through the shop door, I guess. Or I could just break the door. Definitely want to go over here, though.
Be her summer residence. You bet.
There they are. Oh.
I'll get the cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
Sharpened over in the mountain darkness, and lo, his name is destroyed, and lo, he still whispers in silence, and lo, he went into the void. In the month of darkness, seasons destroyed, ritual killing eyes drained of hope, the no more, to become what the belief of us
No.
Such a rude crowd, right? Such a rude crowd. Yawning and coughing, and come on, people. Oh. I take it nobody's here. Not only are they rude, like they amplify the rudeness. Like let's make them unrealistically loud and rude at the same time.
For now, she makes lunch for me once a week. Bites me inside.
Okay, let's go get the shrine.
Here you are, back among your own people. The palace-born, and those who curry their favor. Are you feeling more comfortable, Majesty? Are these the people you want running a quarter of your empire? No? It never seemed to bother you before. Maybe it looks different up close. Maybe here it's harder to ignore the way the people outside the palace get through the day. In any case, I know what you're after. The heart you carry can only hold one spirit at a time. So, if you want to walk out with a piece of Delilah, you better be ready to leave something behind.
Yeah, I think we all know what that something is. Old stolen diary. Okay. Old charms, covers writing. I want to see what's inside that building.
Your space is covered. The Grand Guard won't like that.
Yeah, I know they won't. Maybe, yeah.
Take a look around, if you please. Our shop stands above the rest, I assure you. A deal well made.
The same nightmare again last night.
Very good.
I wish I could leave this city.
Disabled carriage rails. An engineer on the take will shut off the electricity to the carriage rails, allowing passage through the wall of light and easier access to the Grand Palace.
A pleasure to do business. Let's
I'll
see.
take them up on that
I have some
offer.
upgrade plans for your gear. You get the customers you deserve, I suppose. To think my father was the official milliner at the palace, and his father before him.
I don't really buy these things, so I don't know if it's really worth it.
Come back soon, if I'm still around.
Very suspicious spot behind him.
From town to town, despite every lady over and down.
Say, do I? Hey, open up. I got the code, but it's back on the boat.
No exceptions. Either you have the code, or I assume something's off.
Here's the combination for the alley gate. 492. Don't forget the password either or I won't open the back door. Next time, dock your boat in a different place. You've started to attract unwanted attention. The Grand Guard have doubled their patrols since the Duke's last decree, so we got to be careful. Firebird, could you put 492 in the chat for me? Just in case I need to remember that.
My boss's orders.
Damn, open this door.
Can I talk to her?
No, I will do this. You're
Thank you.
wasting time.
I would love to talk to you. Oh my god. That scared the crap out of me.
I don't want to die.
That scared the crap out of me. What the heck was that? Apparently he didn't like us, loitering up back. Okay. Let's go check out the boat in the yard. That's probably it, right?
Don't kill me.
492.
Don't hurt me.
Dude, I didn't do anything. There you go. You're released.
Somebody's down.
Yes.
What the? I thought that.
You saw nothing. Okay, let's check out the boat first. I gotta remember to check out the safe as well. Are they here anymore? Confiscated merchandise. To the operator of this vessel, this is official notification that your cargo has been seized by the Grand Guard for failure to pay the docking tariffs and other fines you owe. If you come up with the coin, you'll find my associate and me in the apartment just before the Wall of Light. Checkpoint on the way to the Grand Palace. Look for the target mannequins on the balcony. Well, that's going to be a difficult place to get to. Better hurry, though. After a period of a few days, your goods will be sold to cover our expenses. Sounds like we got another stop to make. Jelly eels. Come on. So, it's not getting me into the black market shop, though. Unless I missed something. Let's see. Ooh.
Looking for a fight? You hide
Come
your
on, boy.
ways, coward!
You were not here earlier. You must have heard that explosion. Tuck you away in the bushes a little bit more. How many other guards are out this way now? Not seen anybody. Other than the obvious one that's down there.
You don't stand a chance anyway.
Don't I?
See? See? I told you!
What are you guys up to?
Go outside his crooked cock.
Now we're getting somewhere.
The guard in here?
Damn it!
Let's not make the assumption.
Hello there. You find yourself in the most reputable safe shop in Karnaca.
Oh, it's right there. I'm assuming that's the guard. Well, maybe not. You don't look like a guard. Interesting. Not seeing much worth taking. Same guy? Okay. What is it? What's the key for? That's the apartment key to break into the apartment that I've already broke into? Gate code. Dear brother, are you serious? How are you able to run a safe and vault business if you can't remember a simple 3-digit combination? I set the back alley gate to your birthday, and you thought it was your wedding anniversary? I set it to your wedding anniversary, and you thought it was grandfather's age. I set it to grandfather's age, and you thought it was mother's street address. What kind of advice are you giving to your customers for their combinations? I wonder. It's a miracle anybody in this city manages to open one of your safes again after locking them. Anyway, since you leave me no choice, here's the gate combination written in colored ink, which isn't cheap. 492. So there's 2 ways you can get that code. Bring the note with you when you come to my shop. I'll make sure it gets burned. And no, I won't leave the gate open. I can't risk having the curious peek inside at my little business. Isn't there supposed to be... Let's see... I got the key already. It's nothing new to me. Is there anything else I can get here? What's this? Apartment seizure. Mr. Marletto, on the authority of Duke Luca Abele, due to an urgent security matter regarding buildings with balconies overlooking Ravenna Boulevard and the newly installed wall of light, you are hereby required to grant us access to your apartment indefinitely. We ask that you keep a spare key at your shop so that the Grand Guard personnel have access to your apartment at all times. This action is necessary to prevent miscreants from bypassing the wall of light checkpoints. As director of Linzo Safes, you will certainly understand the security concerns, and we trust there will be no questions or delays. Alright. So this is not the key I thought it was, then. Alright, well. Let's see. The wall of light is way down that way, so... So how do I get into the black market shop, or am I even supposed to do that, or is that just a little bit of information? See, I thought the key was for this building. Maybe it is. Let's try it. No. Petronilla. Different name. I'm not sure if it really matters, but it's a breakable door. Come on. That's fine. Be a pain in the butt. jump over this.
My advice, don't make trouble here.
I want to get in there. Well, it's very possible that getting access to his apartment will grant me access to that room, based on what we just read. Can I get over there? Let us make our way out that way. That's pretty close. And what are you? I might need to circle back. I gotta watch that thingy. How far do you turn? Save me a bit.
Something's annoying.
Ooh.
You don't know any.
Don't want to deal with them. I was just wondering if they were going to be in here. Oh, there you are. Dang flies. Okay, letter from an admirer of Dowd. Dear Alfred, I received the book, a good find, but I must admit I have my doubts regarding the historical value of the work. The Knife of Dunwall, feeling remorse about killing the tyrant Jessamine. How dare you call Jessamine a tyrant? How dare you talk about my mother that way? As I write, I am staring at this portrait, and I suspect that Dowd always knew Destiny was going to was guiding his hand, firm and unforgiving. Anyway, the book was an entertaining read, so thank you again. Keep sending me all the information you can find about this mysterious figure we both admire. Your friend, Claudio. Talk about my mother like that. The Knife of Dunwall. I refuse to read. Oh. Okay. Dowd and the Parabola of Lost Seasons. Cool. Just eat everything. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a guard outpost up here. Considering there was a Assuming there was a cord running up this way. Yeah.
This is the kind of luck I have. Dark, blasted wind.
Okay.
Kiss the outsider's balls for luck.
What did I do to deserve this? Of all the shit assignments.
Any other guys up here? That looks rather uncomfortable. I know I should hide the bodies, but definitely should hide him now. Inside those buildings. I should have powered down everything, right? You are still active. That's right, you have your own tank, don't you? Oops. Now I need to get over to that building. I could run through there. Oh, come on. Well, I suppose up here is probably better. So I could run through there very easily, but I want to explore that too. And I might be able to work my way over there in another, come on, in another fashion. Yep. So I hope nobody's up there. Alright. Note from Lucia Pastor's mother. Mother, please don't be angry and hear me out. I know it's you who's been coming to my apartment to straighten it up. I'm sure you mean well, but please stop. Anyway, I've made up my mind to move to the Dust District. That way I can be closer to those I'm helping. For other reasons, too, that I won't mention now because of how it might upset you. Anyway, it's unlikely I'll ever return to the Palace District. I'll have someone sell my apartment here, along with the furniture. I know this isn't what you wanted for me, but it's who I am. And don't waste any more of your time matchmaking. I do not wish to marry. None of this is meant to make you feel badly. Please try to understand. All my love, Lucia. I feel that. People always do that too. They're always like, "Oh, I know somebody that's single," and it's like, "Yes, like I don't care." Like, I am also single, and I like to keep it that way. There's really nothing up here. If I remember, there's a way to sneak from this side over to the other apartment area. I'm not seeing anything though. That. Where's that thing?
expensive for a bottle of pear soda.
Sorry. Jeez.
I'm sure it's nothing. Someone just heard a dog bark or something. Of course, now we're all on edge.
What if I can hide in the bathtub?
You made your bed and you'll have to lie in it.
I kind of want to take them out.
Don't make my bed. Ever. That's what servants are.
I have an idea.
Some kind of trouble in this part of town? Honestly, why can't they keep
Sorry, buddy.
riffraff in a separate state? Now, let's get these shifts. About a week's wages. This is the...
Stay right here, alright? Civilian. Anything good here? Hey. Thought I just saw a blood fly. I don't want to. I'm not trying to kill them. Just want them out of my way. Okay. Can I? I thought there was a way to sneak over to the other side, but I might be wrong. I'm really not seeing any vents or anything. I might need to just like dash and run over there. I mean, not that that's hard to do, but. Do I want to check downstairs? No, there's nothing down here. The vents might actually be on the other side, because it might have to do with a key, if I'm remembering correctly. I should be able to go on the tracks though, right? Or do you fall through the tracks? I don't know. No, I can walk on them. Just gotta be careful.
Blood flies, maybe? I hope not. Hope it's not something bad. Maybe it's nothing. Hey! Oh, hi.
There's the vents. Yep. Okay. Apartment seizure. Yeah, that's the one we had. Come on, come in. The shadow walk you used to go through? I thought it was shadow walk. Yeah. Yeah, I could have swore that. Wait, do I have a key for this? I do. Okay, never mind. I don't need to shadow walk. I should be able to move through that though. Unless there's something in the way. Okay, mystery woman leaves conservatory. Oh, interesting. Residents living near the Royal Conservatory report strange tidings. Friends. As regular readers know, curator Brianna Ashworth shuttered the conservatory some time ago, and at nearly the same time, the Duke tripled security outside. Why would a museum sit closed? To save funding? I don't buy it. What costs are incurred by maintaining rooms full of old bones? Now, something stranger still. No one has seen Brianna Ashworth in days, but a steady trickle of women have been seen leaving the Royal Conservatory at odd hours. Some were heading to the docks near the canal, assumably on their way north. To Dunwall, perhaps. Is there a connection between these strange women and our new Empress Delilah? Are they somehow related to the missing women? We've reported over the last 3 years, from families complaining about wandering daughters, some of whom suffered the dissolution of the spirit, so severe as to require daily bloodletting. It's like the longest run-on sentence I've ever read. No, actually it's not. We will reveal more as we continue to investigate. Interesting. Alright, do I need to move the... Or just whack it with the sword, it's fine. Okay, I believe this goes over to the Grand Palace. Oh, cigar box. Oh no, there's a safe. Did we get a safe code? Crap. We have to crack the safe, don't we? Which code is it? He gave us like 3 different options. It's gotta be close by, right? I don't need to actually go all the way back. He mentioned birthdays, if I recall. But, I don't know if there's an easy way to figure that out. What's in it? I've seen a couple of things worth money. I don't know if it's really worth getting, though. Let's see. Clues. Shopkeeper's apartment might provide a safe way through the light. It does. The gate is 492, which we already did. Mission items. Disabled carriage. I don't know. Is that really worth looking for a code? What was the document we had on that? Would be this. I set the back alley code to your birth date. I set it to your wedding anniversary. That's all back alley, though. I don't think it's going to be the same code, is it? That's probably this could be the merchandise. They're both 492, right? Or am I misreading that? No, this one. Nope. There we go. Yeah, 492, okay. I mean, I guess I could try that. Why do I have so many unread documents? Oh, come on, I've totally read these. Well, Jeebus. That's a big list of documents. Let's get this cleared off. I like how it's defined as lore. You gotta love it when the game just is like, okay, this is lore. You don't need to read it, but you want to, right? You don't need to read it, but you really need to read it. That's what it's telling us. I guess I could try it. Maybe he's one of those people that sets the code, every code to the same thing. So let's give it a try. I feel like there's more to do here, but No, definitely not. I think this might have been a missed opportunity. I probably should have gone to that ship right away. So let's check this area's clear, and let's move on. Such a nice view. So it looks like everything is across the way. Maybe I should have gone over the rails.
Spread a few coins here and there among the officers.
Yeah, the place is pretty lacking.
Beyond its cage of flesh.
This place is pretty lacking for
Palace.
security.
Maybe I can find another way to neutralize the Duke.
But how do you know which one is the Duke? I don't know where they found that guy with the political decoy job. But he looks and acts just like the Duke. I can't tell him apart.
There are subtle differences.
All right. Assuming you can pick out Duke Luca, how are we gonna get his key?
You leave that to me. Who knows what he's got in that vault? We'll be halfway to Bristol and rich before he's nursing the next day's hangover.
Mm-hmm.
This place is run.
I know how to tell them apart, but
I'm sure. We'll do it tomorrow night when there's only one squad set.
You know who's assigned to protect the Duke's quarters tonight?
Nope. As long as it's not me, I don't care. It's never any fun.
I'm not sure who's worse, the Duke or his body double. One's half likely to have you flogged for looking at him wrong. The other might just bore you to death.
chambers. I think there's several different ways you can approach this fight.
Only something would happen around here. It doesn't have to be a circus, just some little bit of excitement once in a while.
I know the locations where he's bound to be as well. So we got a lot of stuff here. That's one location I want to check out. Problem is, he's got people here all the time. There's one. Did you already give yourself away? Yes, he did. That's the body double.
At least I'm working in the good part of town now.
Is it bad that I already know that's the body double? Okay. How many people are up here?
Don't look so disappointed. It's not about merit. The inner circle is packed with the Duke's pets.
No, come on.
Experts. At least I'm not one of them. Exactly. And think, when all this fighting over thrones is settled, the Duke's going to need men to take charge in the Northern Isles. By this time next year, he could be in charge of Windown.
or Freeport,
where even the most desirable have skin like pale slugs.
That's what the brandy's for.
I want to approach the body double. I'm pretty sure that's him. 95% sure. Hey, Stacy.
Say that. Makes no sense.
The problem is I gotta...
Anyway, I'm not the one who did the kissing. Sometimes I realize the opulence all around me. It's good to remember not everyone is so lucky. I told him he was too skinny. Told him he wouldn't last a day. Poor kid.
How do I approach him? I was literally phone charm right there.
I spied a lass from Bristol.
Wait till he
It
puts on
was
those
good I
boots.
had my
Sees the
pistol.
surprise I left for him.
Then I met a lady from Tivia.
Oh god, chaos.
An entire shipment of whale
I hear people talking and my bird's going off at the same time.
from under their noses. Idiots.
I need to approach you, but you got guards all over the place, dude.
Sometimes a man just needs time, but
What if
my
I take out the guards?
responsibilities weigh upon me.
You gonna run? What do you think, bud? How are you doing, Stacy? Hey, where'd the other guy go?
Give for a bottle of pear soda.
Huh. Well,
Being put up on the scale like some prize bull each week, told to gain a pound or two to keep up with the good. No offer to bow or kiss my hand.
I could say the same.
A mystery.
Wow. So there I was. Okay. That was a little too close, apparently, to the pylon. Just a little too close to the pylon. I didn't think it was going to get me from that close. Beth, what are you laughing at? Okay. Must turn off the pylon. Got it. Is my... I'm doing good, Stacy. Despite what, despite how that may have looked. I know what you're laughing at. I'm just being me. All right, I want to see if I can get behind the pylon.
I will get back to you if I hear anything more. Sincerely, me.
Leave me. I want to be alone with my thoughts.
He knows I'm here. Did you catch that? Leave me. That's why the room was cleared. Can I get... Come on, pylon. Pylon! Where's the pylon? Oh, this is... That's such a badly positioned pylon. Why is it doing this to me? Maybe I can get behind it? I know where the I know where the oil tank is. No, yeah, but notice how he dismissed the guards when you heard me.
Are you a courier? Do you have a message for your Duke?
I do. No. No. Drop. Yes, I have a message for you.
No offer to bow or kiss my hand.
I could say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
Seems like an interesting guy, doesn't he? You pay for your crimes. I think you're the Duke's body double.
Listen, I think you're the Duke's body double. You can't have any love for the man. I'm here to end his rule, and I have an idea you should hear.
All right, you've figured it out. But if you're not here to assassinate the Duke, what do you want?
It occurs to me that you might make a more agreeable Duke than Luca Abele. If I wanted to depose him without having to slit his throat, do you think you could convince people that you're the Duke?
That's bold. I have to admit it's crossed my mind. If people believed that I was actually Duke Abele, and that he was the political decoy, we could have him committed for lunacy. We could convince everyone that the Double's finally lost his mind, and believes he's the Duke. I've spent years perfecting my performance. But there's a catch. He's got a medallion that I need. Even if I sound convincing, which should be the easy part, his Grand Guard officers will ask to see the medallion as proof. Luca never puts it aside.
All right. It shouldn't take me long. Once it's done, I'll be leaving the city. Soon after, I'll send instructions from Dunwall, and I'll expect a great deal of flexibility and cooperation on your part. There's still time to pull Serkonos back from the edge of the cliff. We can undo the damage Duke Abele has inflicted.
I'd like that. But I'll guide Serkonos in the ways I see fit for the people here, not as the hand-chosen puppet of your empire. If you agree with that, just render the Duke unconscious and bring him to his chambers. I'll handle the rest.
So he could be playing me here, right? This could be the Duke. Anybody know what tipped me off? Beth probably knows what it is, but any idea what tipped me off that he was the body double? There it is. He's smoking. I believe the body double is a smoker. We'll find out. Yeah, I do want to investigate the lower areas, but I also have some other things I want to do. We might just want to take out the Duke right away then. Duke Abele's chambers.
The Duke looks so disappointed. It's not about merit. The inner circle is absolutely Duke's pets.
Rick Spittles. At least I'm not one of them.
I don't want to startle the guest.
And think, when all this fighting over thrones is settled, the Duke's going to need men to take charge in the Northern Isles. By this time next year, you could be in charge of Winddown or Freyport.
Where even the most desirable have skin like pale slugs.
That's what the brandy's for.
Yeah, it's very rich.
1,000 rotations.
Oh, shut it.
Reintroducing graphite.
Stupid clockwork soldier. If that was the real... I've never made that mistake before, but if that was the real Duke, I believe
so
he
if I have two,
calls for
and
help.
I give him one. I still got me one. But then if I eat it... No, if he eats it, then what?
Uh-huh. I love when the guards talk to themselves. Okay, there's the real Duke in there, I believe. Or, let me see. He actually could be in a different room. Is it moving? That might just be showing me his chambers. Oh, door's blocked, okay. Plan has been fouled. I must retreat to Dunwall without taking out my target. By simple door lock. Yeah, I think that's just marking the room. What's the best way to get inside? I think this is it. Dear Lord. No pun intended. Oh. There he is. My plan has been fouled! Oh. Notes to Grand Counselors. Esteemed Counselors, I won't be able to attend your gathering tomorrow morning, or should I say in 2 hours. I'm going to bed now, but I'm confident you will know what to do about the curfew decree. Buy more balls of light. Give the Grand Guard greater enforcement latitude. Ban all popular committees, whatever is required. This guy's the worst, I tell you. But I want you to start thinking about something else. I have no doubt we'll soon bring the infamous Crown Killer to justice. Our true Empress Delilah wants the trial to make history. Prepare all the details, bloody exhibits, and demented witnesses. If I don't cry while reading the prosecution speech, you're all fired. Duke Luca Abele. Okay, let's see. Must I go further up? Never hurts to. I know there's ventilation areas on the roof. I just don't remember where they drop you. This design is so bizarre.
Sometimes a man just needs time by himself. My responsibilities weigh upon me.
Responsibilities that you're not taking care of, buddy. Where is the vent? I might just break the door. What's he gonna do? Call for the guard? What do you know? Rewiring tool. And there we go. Well, this could possibly lead to my death. We wouldn't want that, right? Come on. Okay, if I make my move from this angle, he's possibly gonna see me. Oh, that might work. Oh man, he's so easy to pick off.
Attack us. My generals will handle it.
So. This place is awfully easy to infiltrate. Let's see. Yep. Ah, dang. Oh well. Not fault. Not a tall enough drop. Now.
This must be the key to the Duke's vault.
Where do we want to put him again? The body double. Downstairs, I think. You know what? You just rest here, buddy. You ain't going anywhere. Let's scour the room for stuff before we bring in the other guy. I remember one time I swiped his pistol off of him, and then I revealed myself to him. Let him sword lock with me until I grabbed him, and I kind of threw him off to the side, and then I summoned a swarm of rats to devour him alive. It's quite amazing.
When I first met with my inner circle, I saw nervous faces. Even the boldest were afraid, wondering if we'd live to see another feast. Now Serconis is ascendant, but this is a story that began long years before. I knew Delilah when I was only a boy, and even after she was lost, dead, and gone from the world, her memory burned in my mind. Until finally I began to hear her whispering, calling to me from the void. Telling her story of growing up in Dunwall Tower, and the half-sister who cheated her of her throne. Then she told me there was a way to bring her home. Delilah. Beautiful. Immortal.
Delilah Copperspoon.
Yeah, what do you do? Yeah. Historian. I don't want no history. Look, it's all about the lore. Otherwise, I don't care. I believe that's where I took out the guard. Yeah, into his bed. Okay. Silvergrass, huh? Oh, I see food. Eat all the food. Eat everything so he can't have any food. That's how we're going to get back at him. We're just going to eat everything. Oh, another gun. Dang, dude. You have a lot of confidence in yourself. Nice room. Nice tub. Heck, I wouldn't mind jumping in that thing. What if you could do that? You could just jump in the tub and have a nice soak before infiltrating the vault. I mean, technically I can do it. It's just not as fulfilling under the circumstance. I definitely want to get to his office. I know there's stuff there that's worth checking out. Nothing exciting here. They sure drink a lot in this city, don't they? Like I wanted to talk. Petition project. Dear Armando, I loved your idea for a petition, so I wrote it up at once. Of course, the Palace Grand Guard refused to take it. So it seems that as Luca's political decoy, you're the only one who might be able to bring it to the Duke's attention. This is asking a lot from you, but if it succeeds, the petition could make a tremendous difference in Karnaca. Here's the letter. Okay. Duke Luca Abele, as you know, the silver mines have been pressed beyond capacity, resulting in constant danger for the miners and completely contaminating the surrounding district. There is, however, a possible solution, which I hope you will consider, and put your support behind. I just can never read, right? I am preparing a petition asking the wealthy individuals who profit from the silver trade to accept a 20% tax on silver that will be applied to improving the lives of the miners and their families. Because we know people just love taxes, right? Especially when they're rich. Eventually, the increased silver prices will also reduce the demand on the mines, slowing the dust falling on the Batista district. I would be grateful if you would agree to be the first signatory on my upcoming petition. With high hopes, Lucia Pastor. Somehow I don't think he's signed that. What was that about? Oh, they must have heard my footsteps. Oops. I gotta keep in mind, there's people around here looking for me. Yep.
But there was... Where did... Am I going crazy?
No. Damn it. You saw nothing. You know, you really look like you could use a bath. Just stay there, alright? Look, he's even floating head up, so hopefully he doesn't die. Oh, he's dead. Whoops. Whoops. Not my intention. I sure. Okay, So I don't think I can get down here that easily. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen, alright? Uh-oh. Something tells me she saw me. She's just walking around, I guess. Sorry. I promise not to throw you in the bathtub and kill you.
Anyone here? Show yourself.
No. Absolutely not. Nobody here.
Are you alright?
Thank you. That was a nice distraction. Something tells me I'm getting close to the office. Ooh, food. Did I do that? Flammable. Okay. Can't trust you not to go running for help, sorry. You'll live to fight another day. That's a whalebone. I hear you. You know, that's exactly what I do with my bone charms too. They seem fitting in the bathroom. That's just the place to be if you're a bone charm. Delilah's diary. Okay, I don't remember seeing this. I painted the ocean today. The clever tide left messages in froth and detritus on the rocks. The waves use a secret language to synchronize their efforts. If I could learn to speak as the waves do, then I would have a powerful ally. And why should I not learn the language of the ocean? Those years in the void changed my senses, and now I perceive things others cannot know. I have a strong desire to paint my niece Emily Caldwin, bound to a burning pyre. I'd match the reds of the flames with her insufferable mouth, her spoiled, sullen pout. Maybe I will begin sketches soon, or maybe I'll grow bored with the notion. Luca continues to use Karnaca as his playground. I am pleased he is unrestrained by the petty restraints of society and so-called etiquette. I am only beginning to understand the ways I've changed. But my Duke is the same as he ever was, since he was a boy. Wonderful to be so carefree. If I could, I would move to Dunwall today, but there is no better moment than the anniversary of Jessamine's death. Our approach will be masked by the other visitors from across my empire, and there will be a certain symmetry that historians will no doubt find most satisfying between my sister's death and my own ascension. So this is when she was still living here. They look awfully close, don't they? I just said I'd have this done in no time. The guy's probably sitting there thinking, like, how long? Like, what's no time? Ooh, food. Get all that food. All that good. What are you? Oh, you must be lettuce. We don't eat greens around here, right? Spring razor? Yeah, definitely spring razor. So where does this go to? That's the elevator, then this must be my target room. This might require a little finesse. Ooh, see what's below me.
I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna concentrate on my duty. I'm no hero.
That's a clockwork soldier. I have the nest coming out of me at all angles, right? The heck is that?
It seems the Duke has some of the Jindosh clockwork soldiers.
Yeah. Okay, so we got one guard and one maid.
So disfigured. Blood flying is all around them. Take this
Where are you? Where's the maid? Oh. Oh, there you are.
Oh.
Alright.
Only something would happen around here. Doesn't have to be a circus. Just some little bit of excitement. Huh?
Should be good. As long as I don't make too much noise. I wonder how sensitive they are to footsteps. Oh, of course you're behind glass.
Duke Luca Abele.
You stay there, big guy.
The machine has completed another full instruction set.
Okay. That's definitely a Delilah painting. My name on their list. I like the fact that her style is different from Sokolov's.
Make a note. Remove this playback after the final field test.
She does more like abstract paintings. It's the best way I could describe it. Is this gonna wake up the clockwork? Wow.
General detection state.
Kieran, sir. We were confused by your most recent response. The Duke was, well, he was furious. He sent me to interview you about your progress.
One of the maids took me for a walk. We dug beetles in the park with shiny green shells.
I don't understand, Mr. Jindosh. Working with Anton Sokolov, were you successful at lowering the cost of Clockwork Soldier production? The Duke is expecting a reduction of 80 to 90% based on your own estimates.
She let me keep a few of them in a jar. I pulled off their legs.
That's interesting. Let me remind you, as Grand Inventor, you've been given everything you requested. But with that comes a responsibility for deadlines, an expectation of progress.
Wait, I remember the undertaking you're talking about now. Yes, yes.
Excellent. So what can I tell the Duke?
I had a visitor, I think. Or maybe they came for Sokolov. It's hard to recall.
He's coming in here.
Anton wouldn't help, but I was close to finding a way to activate the difference.
Oh.
Along the concave surface of the inner head mechanism. But wait. I can't. It slips away. The beetles we found today, I'm going to give them all.
Search playback. This indicates the search protocol is underway.
Alright. So that definitely got their attention.
When displays, search is underway. Extending exploration of the area.
Alright, you just gotta walk over here, buddy. Just get up close to me so I can drop on your head. And hope I don't screw this up.
Indicates lost enemy. Combat protocol 6.
Oops, don't hit me.
Origin lost. The machine has entered combat. The machine has lost its quarry.
Pretty smooth. And what exactly do you go to? Security panel. Security for... Oh, the alarm system. Nope. Nope. Can I turn? That's not the... That's not the alarm system! I was wrong! It's gonna kill the maid! Okay. Maybe I should just get out of here. Before I end up killing more people. You know, you just had to walk in here, didn't you? You just had to. Okay. Oh my god, there's still so many of them. Alright, let's take care of the Duke. Then I'll make my way down. We gotta get all the way down to the basement, so... I could have swore that was an alarm system. Like a... I don't know. Or maybe it was an alarm system and I just short-circuited it. I don't know. Let's get rid of you.
That's it then. Now it's up to me. I'll take the medallion and call them.
I'll be watching. Break a leg.
Don't worry. I've spent years mimicking this asshole.
Very nice.
Captain Almeida, come at once to my chambers. There's a problem. Quick, hide up there. Yes, Captain. Please arrest this clown. Seems that he took his role a little too seriously. Get your hands off me. Poor man. He served me well for years. We'll never find anyone else who so bears my resemblance. Take him away, Captain. But be gentle.
I think I understand, Your Eminence. We'll handle it.
This is very satisfying.
This is outrageous. I'll have you all skinned alive and set in a salt bath. If only there was something we could do for him. I suppose all those years pretending he was me, that eventually took its toll. No! Stop! I am the Duke of Circurus! You can't do this!
Dr. Hypatia at Adamire will know what to do with the poor man.
Nice payback for Dr. Hypatia. If only she knew the whole story. Oh.
I'm still trying to get my head around this. It's incredible.
Happy to do business. Alright. 26, 42, 41. This one's probably going to be closer. I think there's one in the guard posting, and that could be it. You know, I don't really feel like dealing with people. I don't want to knock him off the ledge. I don't know, he is one of the Duke's friends.
That's a horrid idea.
So, you're still down a little ways. Yeah, I hear that, Burrows. Is that a little too far down? Nope, probably just the right amount. Gotta be careful in here. She looks like she's sleeping. Grand Palace. Don't I? Oh, I never picked this up, hey? I already know the palace layout pretty well. Can I? But of course. You just stay here. I love the eating effects of security reinforcements. Deploy additional guards to the Duke's chambers, as His Eminence will stay there tonight. Yeah. So if you didn't know where he was, that would tell you. How do I open you? I think I'm full up on this. Interrogation area? I don't know, do we have, oh, maybe here. Yeah, the safe. Mr. Marletto. Okay, so this is the guy from the safe area. From the Winslow Safe Company, was able to reopen the regiment safe. We had to try different combinations for over 2 hours. Anyway, now we'll finally be able to distribute the week's pay. Marletto advised us to set the combination to something the on-duty officer can remember, sorry. He suggested we use something like the average pay for a retired veteran, but I don't think the 000 makes a very secure combination. I just chose something else and left it written in the Duke's office. But in the Duke's office? I gotta go all the way back upstairs? Wait, did I pick up anything in the Duke's office? Do I seriously have to go back up to the Duke's office? Grand Guard safe. Petition. Great. See, I don't remember picking up any documents in there, unfortunately. Guess we gotta go back upstairs. Well, now I've taken everybody out. Oh! Didn't take those people out. Wrong room. Note for Captain Sandoval. Captain Sandoval, I'm an engineer, sir, not some kind of magician. If the foundation of the Grand Palace was built on an uneven ground, how am I supposed to keep it from flooding? How do you expect my crew to stop the ocean itself? Duke Abele wanted another entrance in his precious vault, and we warned him that it was a bad idea. Given the foundation. So now every time the storage room and the external passage flood, we're called in to fix the problem. This is a fundamental structural problem. The Duke's house, as it were, is not built on a solid foundation. Julia Numia. Karnaka Engineering Corps, Grand Palace Maintenance. It's a lot of weapons. Oh man. bullettes. Okay. Spring razors? I'm good up on spring razors. Alright. Guess we gotta go back up to the Duke's office. Well, I suppose we could actually use the elevator at this point, couldn't we? Wait, where is the elevator? You know what, never mind, I'll just do my thing. Can't remember, how do we get to the Duke's office? On this floor or the floor above? Watch me just walk into like the worst room ever. Oh, you know, yep, that's not a room I want to be in. There's clockwork soldiers in there. Okay. Here's what we'll do. So that is what the room they were talking about, the flooded room. You can actually, there's the elevator. You can actually use that to get into the vault, I believe. You saw nothing. What the heck is he doing here? Why are there... Okay, whoops. No. Oh. That was a thing. That was indeed a thing, right? Why are there so many guards in there? There was no guards in there earlier. Is it because of the whole body double thing? Why must I go back upstairs? Wait, did it just reset me back to... Wait, did it?
Someone there.
No. No. Nope. Nope. Can I call the elevator? Nope. Yeah, I know. Oh, so bad. Hey, buddy. Can you call off the guards?
Find the boy.
Okay, so they did reload me at the right area.
She's back. I'll find her.
Crap. There we go. Just stay here, right? Offices and guest rooms. I gotta go down the floor. No, you guys caused me a lot of trouble.
Enemy evasion successful.
Uh-oh. Okay. You just stay there and be yours. Oh, he knows I'm here. Must have heard me.
This plays if someone eludes the machine.
No, don't worry. We're all good. I'm just gonna pick this up and walk on by. Like nothing ever happened. Okay, so where's this safe code that I apparently missed? I'm not seeing any documentation here, people. I'm not seeing anything. Safe document. It's not gonna electrocute me, is it? Blood of the Abele house? Oh. What is this? First captain safe! Alright. 190. Firebird, are you there? Sir, I escorted the proprietor of the Winslow Safe Shop onto the palace grounds and into the Grand Guard barracks yesterday evening. He mucked about with the safe in the first captain's office, and now the combination is set to 190. Yes, thank you. First Lieutenant Rosa Marquez. Alright. You just sit there and keep doing your thing, buddy. Keep on being the best guard. Okay. Might as well use the elevator now. So, apparently, they must have loaded up with guards after the whole situation that I just caused. Game room and lounges. Uh-oh. No. Down. No. Nope. No. You said nothing. That was the wrong floor to get off on. Oh, my dad.
I'll search with you. Alright, let me take a look around.
They're gonna find the body. Well, so much for the elevator. You know. No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Let's keep going up. That did not work the way I wanted it to. That was not where I was hoping to land. Look, I just wanna get in there, okay? Just let me in. Thank you. Alright. Where am I? I'm back on the same floor I was on. Dang it! Hey, I missed some whale oil. And money. What else am I missing? I suppose I could grab this one here. Just let me out, alright?
If the old Duke could only see this. Wasteful expense, wanton flesh.
And such terrible wines. At least you'd be better than a Sertivian with hagfish.
Oh my god, people.
Our new Duke spends...
That's our target location. Okay. He's still just sleeping up there. Okay. Back to the guard posting. Were we down one more? I'm trying to remember. Still one more? No, I think we're on the right floor this time. I was gonna say, oh no, what's the code? I remember if I ever put it down for me. Yeah, that's my memory. Hey look, one of the digits even ready to go. Yes. Ooh. Nice. Just close it like I was never here. Alright. So I'm guessing that those are down in the... Oh. Okay. Apparently we've got one more to do. That's at eye level there. Oh boy, this could go badly. Which room do you bring me to? Who saw me?
Someone there? Oh, no tap. You hide your face. Don't let her escape.
Run! Run!
What's going on?
What the? Quick! There you are.
I can't do anything for you.
Don't worry, you didn't see anything. Oh, they're literally in the room. Oh my god! Oh my god! No, 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 no. No, no. Did you not see me? Wow, that was bad. Wow, that was bad. Alright, you know what? We're just running out of here. No. 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 Oh, door. Outside. 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 Oh, yeah. Okay. Find me over here. See how that goes for you. Alright, now we gotta figure out how to get in. Oh. Oh. Hmm. You know what? Let's take care of you. You heard nothing. You know, I was doing pretty good on stealth too. Oh! 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 No! No! Please don't kill me.
Enemy evasion successful.
Uh-huh. Yes, I am dead. You no longer need to search for me. Alright, so what is this? That looks like a door. Woo! I know what that is. That's an arc pylon. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. I'm racking quite a death count here, aren't I? And not the death count that I want if I want to survive. Oh, wow. Are you freaking serious? Okay, we're doing this again. Run!
Anyone here?
Loads me inside.
Won't hurt. Check under the table.
You said nothing. Alright. You know, just in case the guys decide to come down here.
This opportunity to backcharge second coil.
He just keeps walking. Oh boy. Alright. You know, maybe it's safer to go through the back door. It's not the fun back door, but you know, it gets you in there. He's just doing his best. Let's go up here. So, of course there's a secret way in.
Let's see what Duke Abele keeps hidden away in here.
So, how do I get in? I don't think I've ever actually gone through the vault method.
Reintroducing graphite.
Oh. Got a friend coming. I could try to find the underground way. I think I know how we're supposed to get in. I do believe you have to go through the cellar.
Make a note.
Uh-oh.
Display back after the
Guard.
final field test.
Let's not press my luck here. So how do I get to the basement? Probably where I just was, like literally going up the stairs there. Just, you know, take care of her. I don't know. Hidden passage. I wonder how far down the elevator goes. Like, if you take it off its hinges. I don't know. Okay, I hear people. Okay, the best way to get through there. I have an idea. I just don't know if my idea is really on the right track.
That's what servants are.
Oh, they're just a... You saw nothing. All the chaos I've just caused in the past, like, few minutes. Oh, come on, there's more guards here. There's like, of course there's more guards here. Look at the chaos you've caused. Sleep it off, buddy, sleep it off. Uh-oh. Hey there. Oh, that was not. Come on. Alright, okay, we didn't need to kick her in the back. I mean, come on, Emily. Oh, I hear something nasty. I guess I scared all the guests out of the main room, so I can try to sneak over. Should probably use my dark vision. I know what I'm looking for. I just need to get there. There we are.
I swear if I have to listen to one more complaint, I'm just going to burst.
Fine. Who are you? In my way. You just gonna stand there?
I'm tired of all this hullabaloo. I pay good money to make sure things like this don't happen.
Personnel only. Yes, this is what I was looking for. Okay, anybody down here?
I've heard the wages in Tibia are twice
Yes.
what we make here.
Yes, there are people down here. Ooh.
Besides, we make more here in Karnaca with on-the-spot taxes and fees.
Yeah, maybe. It is nice having discretionary jurisdiction here. Less paperwork. But think about it. No blood flies, no howlers.
You don't think they have gangs up in Tibia? It's dark for half the year up there. Trust me, you're better off here.
You leaving? No. Why are you coming back? Don't make me take you out. Okay. I know it's in here somewhere. It's either this wall or that wall. Very secure. Very, very secure. Delilah's not gonna like this. She's gonna know. Here's the whole crew. Minus Delilah, of course.
If it plays, the machine is recharging the magnetic coil.
Yes, I hear you out there. As soon as I open that vault. This is where they were planning everything. Okay, we got two right here. Right.
Delilah Copperspoon.
Alright, where's the other one? Down there. That must be the underground area. I gotta figure out how to get in there. You'd think this would be the main room to do it in. Gotcha. No. Nope. Okay. Need air. Must have air. Must have air. Okay, so how do I get in there? There we go. Gotcha. Ooh. Pretty map. All the capitals marked in jewels. Literally, it's got Karnaca marked as the jewel of the south on this. That's really cool. Okay, so how do I open you? Inner vault door. Yeah, see the inside button. Where's my side? Can I not get in this side? That's like a fail-safe button though, isn't it? There's gotta be a way to get in on my side. Or not. Here, bolts. Conundrum. How the heck do I get in there? Have I run across anything that's mentioned this? Let's see. Open the vaults. Security increase. Oh, they literally warned me about the security increase in that regard. Okay. Not seeing anything about the how to get in there. Any ideas, Beth? Oh. Oh, it's literally the key. Do I have the key? I do! Huh. Never mind. Oh, crap. Okay, I got this.
Playback for combat protocols.
Okay, sticky, sticky, sticky.
Playback for unambiguous enemy.
Crap. That did not work.
Mechanism detached.
Dang, that hurt. I do have the key. I don't have to go back up and look for it. Dang! Give me the... There we go.
This is the thing Ashworth made to hold Delilah's spirit.
Huh. Not quite the way it looked when we last saw it. That is really creepy looking. This means we're gonna have to say goodbye to Jessamine. At least the void version of her.
This is it. You must release me from this dead vessel. Only then will we be able to trap Delilah's spirit.
I don't know how I can do this. You were all I ever wanted.
I stayed as long as I could, trying to guide you. The world is better for your influence.
Be at peace, Mother. I will honor you, always.
I love you. And this is the final thought I carry into my past.
So it's done. Now to take Delilah's soul back to the
Is the heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
Maybe Delilah's spirit was holding it together.
That's creepy looking. So if you play this with high chaos, she does not say that the world is better for you. That completely dependent on how you play the game. So she has other words to say.
It's a decorative animal.
Huh. This is really cool looking. That kind of reminds me of, if anybody's ever seen The Beyond. It's kind of what that image reminds me of. Oh, I actually have to set that, don't I? Let's see. Where is it? The heart. A strange artifact that reveals runes and bone charms. Now we have a new one. In The Beyond, it's kind of like a supernatural zombie movie. And there's a painting in it. Basically, it's supposed to be kind of like a depiction of hell. And there's just bodies kind of littered around, and the color of the background kind of reminded me of that for some reason.
Make a note. Remove this playback after the final field test.
The colors kind of give me that vibe, I guess. If you look up the painting, you can see what it looks like. It's not quite the same, but just kind of reminiscent of it. So I was actually doing pretty good on stealth up until the ending there. Or better than I, could have been, that's for sure. Okay, I think we gotta get down to, the dock.
Still idling? Take this opportunity to back-charge second coil.
Should I disable the lights or something? Oh, that's right, she doesn't come that close.
There. Now to wait.
We did that pretty quick, didn't we?
You survived the Grand Palace.
That we did.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
From now on, the Duke will be guided by better stars.
Back to the dreadful Wale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne, and find a way to save my father.
Ready, then?
Heck yeah.
Take me back to the ship.
All right. As you want.
All right. So only 2 killed, huh? So the guy I threw in the bathtub, and who else did I kill? I don't think the nest guards count, do they? Because I know I killed one of those. I don't think they count for deaths, though, for hostiles or civilians. I could be wrong. I think they're too far gone to come back to being normal people. Lots of detections, of course, that probably happened when I, ran through the main part of the building. Okay, so we found everything except for 1 painting and 1 blueprint. Not bad. And let's see, special actions through the pantry. Enter Duke Luca Abele's vault through the secret pantry passage, sunken storage. Swam into the submerged storage room beneath the palace grounds. Friends in high places. Replaced Duke Luca Abele with his body double. And haunted by the past, removed the broken gazelle from Duke Luca Abele's vault. I think that's the treasure item from this section. Alright.
I grew up with this broken skyline. The muted colors and the way the light falls. It's Dunwall, but it's not. Have I changed, or does everything just look different when you're not wearing a crown? Whatever grand scheme you've got underway now, Delilah, you were smart when you stole this place from me. You knew who among my people to corrupt, and you took away my strongest ally, my father. But you didn't know me. You only saw a sheltered princess. You never thought I'd fight back. You don't know me, Delilah, but you will.
The birds agree with you, Firebird. Let's do that, actually. Close out and recap, and I'll read up to a certain point. Okay. Grand Palace, Delilah's secret. Okay. A farewell. I grieved for a second time. What was it like to walk with her heart somewhere near, but never quite in the real world? It was her wisdom, her insight, her voice, her love. Mother, now I've lost you twice. I knew her spirit was trapped. I knew she needed to be set free, but how could I? Of course, she found a way to help me out. One last time. No, I will not cry. Not yet. Not until all my work is done. Now the heart contains a different spirit, a different voice. Delilah Copperspoon, spinner of lies, thief of thrones. Delilah the selfish, cunning, and cruel. Okay. The Duke of Karnaca. Not so long ago, I would have gladly thrust a dagger into Duke Luca Abele's chest, which I will say, killing him is very satisfying. He's quite the disgusting character, if you ask me. But a more subtle opportunity presented itself, and I took it. The Duke still lives, but they dragged him away, thinking he was his own political double gone mad. And the Duke's actual double, I think he'll be a much better Duke than the real one ever was. People will never know why their ruler suddenly gained wisdom or took a kinder tone, and maybe they'll wonder why Empress Emily changed just as suddenly. I'm not the same person I was months ago. Now there's only one more task. Before I can rest, Corvo, my father, I'm coming.